digital marketing is not social media marketing. Social media marketing is a component in digital marketing, okay? But most people think when they talk about digital, they know social media. So what comes easily to their mind is actually social media, okay? So number one is when we have the content marketing. Now, content marketing, we have all known about the videos, about the posts, about the infographics. You've seen people doing infographics on social media. You know, swipe left and then you see all those things, and then like we have different kinds of content. Now those different kinds of content, that is content marketing. Still, when you see someone doing the infographics, at the end they will give you, you know, if you need to understand this deeper, please call me on this number. So you realize they're advertising themselves but using content marketing. They're not just coming out to say ungulako, but they are doing something. They are giving you value, which we will talk about it later, but they are marketing in so doing. So that is marketing in form of content. And number two, we have the search engine optimization. Now, search engine optimization, if you're the kind that has never had a website, it will be hard to understand. Even when I first made my first website, I remember they used to tell me that, you know, we have to optimize it, we have to auto-optimize it. And then I would ask, but what does that mean? And they were like, you know what, when people search for you on Google, you come first, you know. When they punch in, you know, your taglines, your name, your what, because there are so many, you will find that there are so many Hildas, or you will find that there are pages that have different same names, and sometimes even same content. So when you search and you come on top of that search, you are fully optimized, okay? So you realize that from the content, some people go to email, to websites. When you have when you create a website, you need to fully optimize it so you are searchable. When people punch in your name, they can be able to get you. They don't have to have a link in order to, you know, some people, you need to get a link in order to get to that website or to get to that app. But even if you don't have that link, you can be able to go and say Oscar Mugabe, and then it will give you Oscar Mugabe, and it will not give you all the wrong things, and then it's coming back at 100. If you're optimized, then you turn up on the search engine way on top. And so if you get to do a social a websites are a bit, I would say, phasing out. I would say they're getting traditional. People are running away from them. People are more into applications. And even without applications, people are getting to be hosted on other platforms. And now we have the kinds of Wixi, we have Teachable, we have Thinkific, we have Kajab, we have which one else? Guys, now all those number one, you will go, when we talk about this, it gives you a moment to go back and even look into these things, because you can never know that you will need them. Because you are if you're a business person, you're a content creator. In this age and era, if you're a business person, you are a content creator. And if you're a content creator, you can't say that at some point I will not, for example, at some point, Crispa, you'll be able to make a course about real estate and make it easy, break it down for the people in Uganda to even get into the real estate business with enough knowledge, because now you have some knowledge, you have knowledge about real estate. So when you create a course like that, it can be hosted on Kajab, on Thinkific, on Wixi, on the websites, but where you can create your own website. You don't need someone to create Smanyu graphics, Smanyu what, it's a drag and drop. So you create your own website. If you want to see an example of that, on Wixi, I have a website. Still, you will just go Wixi, or I will give you a link, and you go to, but it's on my, I think, Instagram and on my Twitter. So when you follow, you will see it's a membership site as well, that you can have a membership, you know, you can chat in there, you can create courses, people can come and log in and watch the courses. So now people are running away from the formal, traditional kind of websites, and they're getting to the drag and pull and, you know, unplug. They don't want to take too much time going through the circus. So you realize that that is search engine optimization. When you go to the pay-per-click, now pay-per-click is when you own a website. For example, I have a blog. But when you have a blog and you write good information, people come and read that blog. When they read that blog, every click, you are paid for the people that come and consume that information. Sorry. Yeah, so when you, it's like people who like your content, and or it's like people who watch your YouTube videos, that they contribute to the revenue according to how many people have watched your YouTube video. That is the clicks and the number of clicks, and then the revenue that comes to you. So that is a pay-per-click. That is someone having a website, and then pay-per-click usually, sometimes we even have to go ahead and advertise. For example, you will sponsor your website to reach more people. When you sponsor your website, because then you want it to reach a particular target audience, you want it to reach women, and women may be between the age of 25 to around 36. And now you can be able to optimize it to that, so that it's reaching those people. And whoever clicks, whoever, you know, the more it gets the visits, the more money you actually get. So that is the pay-per-click. And then the social media marketing that we all know and we all think is actually the digital marketing. And today I want us to zero down on the social media marketing later on, but for now I want us to go through all the components of digital marketing. So social media marketing, you realize that you have all the social media platforms. You have the TikToks, you have the Instagrams, you have, you know, all those, and you pay money to be able to sponsor adverts. So that means that whoever comes to you, you can be able to optimize it as well. You can be able to target market as well when you're doing social media marketing. And sometimes it's possible that you're not going to sponsor, but you're just going to improve and nurture your community and audience so that you can keep getting more reviews and then improve on your content. When you improve on your content and then you get more reach, you realize that you're able to even convert, because later on we will talk about generating leads and being able to convert those clients or the people that are on your social media to actually become clients, because it's a possibility. That is why we are on social media. We are not on social media because it's a hobby or because we want to show our face. But if you're on social media as a business person, your number one thing should be, how do I generate leads? How do I nurture these leads? And how do I convert these leads? You should be able, every single content that you create should have those three elements. How do I generate leads? How do I nurture these leads? And how do I convert these leads? Because if you create a page and you start creating your content, whoever comes to your content, I think you've seen comments where someone says, you've gained one more follower, because they've watched a nice video and they're like, you know what, I've just followed this person. I like to hear more of their content. So you realize that you're generating leads. You're getting displayed and in the eyes of those that would be benefiting from your kind of content. Okay? So nurturing them is you giving them, it's like a bait. Like you're going fishing and you put a bait and the fish eats the bait. But again, you're able to get the fish. So by nurturing, we don't go with the intention of baiting. No, with nurturing, we go with the intention of transforming, of helping, of giving knowledge. Okay? But that knowledge acts as a bait that you're able to convert, because then after that, we will talk about the must-haves, and one of them is the call to action. That when I post my posts, usually you will clearly see that at the bottom sometimes I will say, I will talk about accelerated mentorship, or I will talk about hold my hand, or I'll talk about, so I have given them the value and now I am telling them about myself. So you realize that in conversion, how people get to convert is by following the call to action. Whether I've put a WhatsApp number, whether I've put a link for them to come, that means that now they're being converted, that I'm taking them off social media, I'm bringing them to my WhatsApp, or I'm bringing them to my email address. So that means I can reach them even when I'm not on social media. I can be able to nurture my community. And nurturing is nurturing, like you would nurture a child. Feed them, take care of them, ask them how they are, treat them. You get it? Because then they're the ones that are going to buy your products, or they're the ones that are going to buy your services, or they're the ones that are going to take the opportunities that you're giving to them. Are we together? I want us to have the simplified version of what we call marketing. And later on, we will talk about something else. But for now, social media marketing. And then we all know the email marketing that has been so rampant these days. I think you've seen it a lot when people are saying, you know what, email marketing, you know, my email list, I'm building my email list, everyone is building their email list. And sincerely speaking, not everything is for everyone. Okay? Because half the time here in Uganda, people will give you emails that are not even functional. They will even give you emails. So we don't just jump onto every trend. We also seek to understand what will work for us. Does email marketing work for me? For example, the people that I will sign or I will subscribe to certain email marketing, I will know. Because right now I'm not naive. Back then, you used to follow the trend and just go and they say, click here in order to get this this freebie. And then you go and click. They give you maybe a PDF kind of content or something like that. But again, they have gotten, it was the wise way for them to get your email. So that means now they are doing their email marketing to you. If you check your email addresses, they are filled to capacity with so and so. And they call, hi, you know, because MailChimp will always, and Zap, all those media platforms, what they help them is they type one email and feed it into the system, and it will send to 1 million people, but mentioning their names. So they're like, hey, Anita, you know, you left without checking out. This course is going to help you. Let me show you how it's going to help you. So they put it down. Now they learned, because they're like, you know what? These social media platforms are not trusted. Today it can be here, tomorrow it is not here. How about we get people off social media? We get them onto our email addresses, that even when that social media crashes, we can still have access to our clients and our customers. So you realize that you just have to understand where you flourish. Not everyone flourishes everywhere, but you have to understand where you flourish. But with email marketing, you realize that people come to your inboxes. They tell you about their offers. They tell you about their courses. They tell you about their products. They tell you, but you realize that they are shrewd in the way they sell, in the way they market. They are go-getters. Like they will display their product at you anytime. And then they will tell you that you can subscribe anytime. And then when you look for the unsubscribe button, you cannot see it. Of course, even when you subscribe, they will tell you they have not received. It's a trick, because again, they usually don't want their lists to, because they feel like, if my list starts coming down, because if you don't open that email for a number of months, like 3 months, what MailChimp will do is they call it shading. They will shade off all the email addresses that have not tapped that link. So if you don't open a certain, even some of them will write to you and tell you, hi Hilda, it's been 3 months, you're not opening my email. Am I not, is my content not good? Please tell me, what are your issues so that I can be able to address them. In a way, they don't want to lose you. It's very important to them to actually have this. You know how we treasure likes? Now the Western world treasures emails. And even when they are marketing themselves or influencing, when they go to get those gigs, they will even say, I have 1,000, I have 1 million emails. That means I can get directly into the inboxes of people without even bothering going to social media. So they value that a lot. The kind of email marketing. And then after that, we have the affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is what we understand as influencing, okay? Because then I am able to say, okay, Jumia is selling these things, and so I'm able to go and struck a deal with Jumia, or Jumia thinks I have many followers, and then they come to me and tell me that, you know what, when people buy goods from Jumia using your link, they will have a discount, but again, you will also get commission off it. So I am an affiliate marketer. Okay, so I am selling on their behalf. They are not my goods, but I am selling on their behalf. And that is one way of marketing that you get people, and some of this affiliate marketing, people do it with eBay, with Amazon, with all those big franchises. But you realize that even yourself, you can see people that are thriving, and you're like, okay, can we do a live? I think you've seen it with the mass market, especially. The mass market where someone hosts someone on a live, on Facebook Live, and they talk, and this person talks about their school, and or they will say on TikTok, this has been brought to you by this cosmetic shop. And it's a local thing, but you know that the mass market has embraced digital marketing in a way that is even surprising. And yet the people that are up here, the ones that we consider ourselves corporates, we are saying, you know, I don't know that. I don't know that. And whatever we don't know, we shun away from. And then when I remember the times that I did my very first sponsorship of ads, I think that should have been 2015. 2015. Yeah, 2015. Yes, 2015, that is when I did my very first, that is when I started, you know, doing sponsorship. And back then, you know, Facebook was still good. Sponsor, it would give you that real targeted people, it will give you the real everything. But I remember the first time I didn't even have the card. I didn't have the Visa card or the MasterCard. So I remember there's a group of people that came. By then they wanted to work for Spirit, and then they introduced to us this idea of, you know, digital and stuff like that. So, and it was just social media marketing, Facebook to be specific. So I was like, now how do I start? I also want, you know, and then they were like, you give me this money, me, I use my card too. So I did that for the beginning, but again, so that where I wanted them to put $10, they put $2, they put $1, and in a day it was elapsed, or in 3 days it was elapsed. So after that I was like, nah, fudge, because that is when I think Bank of Africa came. That is when, you know, some of those banks that had, because by then I was in Postbank, and Postbank didn't have a MasterCard. So that is when I, you know, looked for equity and what, definitely had my own card, and now it was so easy. You know, when you get to an age of swiping, and you get to, then you start, you know, you go and I will be so serious. I am targeting Masakanda, I am targeting Mbale, and all those things, like, you would be amazed. And sometimes I would target, you know, you target Nigeria, and you get only Nigerians responding to your posts. And, you know, yeah, where can we find you? And then you tell them, unfortunately, I'm in Uganda. Yeah, but like, I got to do a lot of business, which I still do. But ever since we had those blockages during the COVID and what Mosaic did to us, you realize that social media marketing changed for us. It's actually a whole ball game right now. Very stressful, even to get the results that you want, even to get the target audience that you want, or even to know. Sometimes there is a time they took all the money from my account without a single result. And so that's when I decided, I was like, so my account for marketing should be different from my real account. Back then, I used to do one account. So, I mean, a client has paid you. You have over 15 million on the account, and all of a sudden, Facebook pays itself. Generously, because then it had mood swings, until I was like, you know what, I can't play with these mood swings. Number one, I must stop. I paused all kind of promotions, and then I just decided, you know what, I am just going to go raw on marketing. I am not going back to, you know, because then you would promote and they would promote in Morocco. You sponsor and they sponsor in where was the whole Russia? They sponsor in Russia. So I was like, you know what, I don't want this this kind of headache. But at least you have gotten the types of marketing. Are we together? Do you have them? You have email marketing, you have social media, you have pay-per-click, you have search engine, you have content marketing and affiliate marketing. Those are 6. Pay-per-click. Pay-per-click. Pay-per-click, as in they pay you per click. Pay per click, not per click. Pay per click. Okay, but have we understood those components? They're different, they stand alone, but when you come to social media marketing, before we even go to social media marketing, I just wanted us to talk briefly on one thing, that is the differences between the traditional media and the current, the digital media. You realize that the traditional is slow, it doesn't reach as many people, and then it's not targeted. Even when people come to book, for example, I'm into media, when people come to book or to pay for adverts, and we tell them, that is a youthful thing, I think we should be able to put it in the youth programs. You realize that is how we will allocate. Like, okay, the youth programs, okay, on radio, on TV, and maybe on social media. So now we are doing combo selling so that we can be able to reach many people. That now social media has become one of, as a bonus to what we are offering, because we realize that the traditional kind of marketing is not well targeted. Well, while the digital marketing, you can clearly say between 18 to 24. And then you have the results. Because with this media, we really look at the reach. We will tell you how far we reach, you know, how far our frequency reach. Where are they located? You realize. So they will give you all those details, which is a very huge advantage when it comes to the results. And then when it comes to measurement, I said you have good feedback of measurement, that I have been able to reach these people, and then you have feedback so swiftly. On radio and TV and newspapers, you can announce. And it worked for us in the analog because, hey, my friend, for us, we started on radio and TV and newspapers. And we used to get people calling. People used to value calling then. So you would see, because even WhatsApp was not so much rampant by then. Social media, it's one tap. You put a link, someone taps there on your WhatsApp. Someone taps there in your email. Someone taps there on your course, wherever it is. So you realize that it has been simplified. And do you know any other advantages for those of you that have tried digital marketing? You can clearly tell that, yes, please. It makes money faster, because then you realize that you're reaching a huge mass of audience, because not whoever is going to be reached is going to be recruited. So that means that the more you reach, the more can come in. It's more like a funnel, okay? And a funnel is like a kasenge jar. Some of you, I think, have heard of funnels, and you just don't know, like, what is a funnel? A funnel is, like you would see, what is it called? Akazindalo. So if it's a funnel, then when you promote, when you sponsor, when you put yourself out there, you are generating, okay? So these leads are getting into the funnel. But remember, at the end, the people that sign up for the services or buy your products are fewer than those that come in. Because when they come in, then you have to convince them, then you have to tell them how good it works for them, then you have to tell them. So that means that generating alone is not enough. You can generate as much, but when they come, bagenda kulalira muli munda. So the few people that trickle in, those are the warm, in the normal marketing is when we'd say that those are warm clients, like they are warming up to your goods. For example, when someone comes to the inbox and asks me about the mentorship, they are 1 foot in, okay? So that means the next thing that is going to fail them is the amount of money they have to pay. That means that not all of them are going to be able, they are going to come in the funnel that are asking about the mentorship. When they get to know about the money that they have to pay, the few people are going to trickle in. Okay, and some of them are going to say, I will call you next month. Some of them are going to say, when is the next intake? Some of them, you realize, so it is work to have people come into the funnel, to nurture them, and then to be able to get the leads and generate or convert them into clients that can be able to consume your goods. Okay, one thing that is so important, okay, the function of business. Because it's through the function of business that we get to decide what we do, okay? Now, the functions of business are just 3 when you look at this whole thing. When I just started up, definitely by then I didn't think that what I am doing was a business, okay? So I used to just do it for the sake of doing. But then I got to know that I'm an innovator. As a business, you aren't even an innovator, you're innovating. So the first function is you innovate, you think, what am I selling? What am I giving? What product, what service, what opportunity? So I am innovating, okay? And sometimes innovation is not really new. You're not going to do something new, but you are going to attach uniqueness to it while you're innovating, because as you explain, so many people have boutiques, but what stands out with your boutique? So many people are selling land. What stands out with your kind of selling land? You can say I'm Swift. You can say I do digital promoting. You can say I have something unique to me that I sell. So innovation is the very first function of any business. Number 2, marketing. And that is where we are dwelling today, marketing. And marketing, I wanted us to understand the clear understanding of marketing. It is the art and the science, okay? The art and the science of discovering and developing in other people. Because when you hear the word marketing, it's so easy for you to think, I'm putting myself out there, I'm putting myself out there, I'm putting out myself there. So it becomes an endless journey of you putting yourself out there. But without proper strategy of thinking that it is an art and it is a science. When you talk about science, that goes into the person's anatomy, it goes into the chemistry, the biological, it goes into the emotions of a human being and how you must be able to tap into their emotions in order to get them responding to your product or to warm up to your product. So this art of you articulating nice words and putting up nice posts and doing all those things, it cannot stand alone. It must be backed up by, for example, the whole digital, the tech, you know, the things to do. So words enough are not enough. You have to join your words to take. You have to join your words to a digital, to a platform, you get it. So you realize that what you are doing is discovering that, let me put these posts out there. Who are these people that are going to like this thing? And then you discover more women are coming. At first I used to be very astonished because I would get results and then they are telling me 18-year-olds are watching my content and liking my content. And then I would be like, but why is an 18-year-old looking for? What is an 18-year-old looking for? Even when we would open the phone lines on radio, 18-19, 18-19, they're asking about relationships, they're asking about, because they're the most stressed about relationships, they're stepping into this, it's difficult for them, they don't know who to turn to, they can't go to their parents are stressed and busy, and now they're looking for an outlet for whatever they are doing. And yet the older women, and then I would be so surprised that they're 57s and 60s, between 50 and 60, the curve was high. And I was like, what are they looking for? They're trying to hold on to purpose. Like, I would be astonished every time I got results about who is watching, who is following, and who is doing this. But I realized that it is discovering and developing in other people the desire for your product, service, or an opportunity. You discover and you develop. Okay? So you discover the people that want your services, and sometimes you develop, because some people don't know what they want until you put it in their face. So when you put it in their face, they're like, hey, this is what I wanted. There are so many people that come to me and they're like, I didn't know. When I read that post, I felt like I'm a people helper. I felt like I have a calling. I didn't know what to call it. I felt like there was a thing pushing me. I was like, yeah, this is the thing. So I've broken it down for you. That means I am developing a desire in you to consume my service or my opportunity I have to give to you. So that is marketing. Okay? So marketing is not about throwing yourself out there, okay? It has a science to it, and it has an art to it, and then it is a discovering who wants your product, and then developing in them the desire. Then the third and the last function or function of a business is money management. Money management, that is how you restock. That is how you fund your innovation. That is how you deliver the goods. That is how you continue and sustain a business. That is how you stay in business, by managing your money. Because if you don't manage your money, before you know it, when you innovate, you realize that you plant a seed. And that first planting maybe is the capital that you have put in, whatever is in the building, whatever maybe in the product, whatever in the production, and in all those things now you have gone to marketing. But again, when the money comes in after you've done the marketing, the money comes in, you have to be able to manage it for the sustainability of that business, and then for the increment and growth of that business. And even if it's a service, my friend, you have to be able to manage your money. Not every money you're like, I am the capital, my voice is the capital, and my face is the capital. So every money that comes, you just put it in your belly. Every money that comes, I will show up tomorrow. I will show up tomorrow. That is why it's so important. So important if you learn how to manage your money, because one of them is how you spend, definitely how you invest, okay? How you pay off your debts, because you can be, in business, you take material, let's say you're in bread business. You've taken material, and because sometimes they trust you, they can give you how many tons of wheat. They give you a blue band, they give you baking soda, because they know that you're their usual customer. Now, some people, they don't know that what I am needing and the bread that I am making is actually on borrowed money, I just took it away. I didn't. So when the money comes in, that is when they remember, oh, luxury. Oh, I have a concert next day. Oh, they buy new clothes. Oh, and small businesses die like that. And before you know it, the other person is calling you, the pressure that we talked about. The other person is calling you. They're telling you, I am reconciling my books tonight. And maybe whoever gave it to you is a worker, not even the owner of the business. And they're telling you, and then you're blocking them. And before you know it, and I've seen such people, businessmen, and they are very talented. And I don't know why the most talented businessmen are the ones that fail at business. Before you know it, they have gotten from this one, and Baina Kalimi. Now they are running away from 5 people, they have blocked them, and meanwhile, they are happening every weekend, you know. They don't have money to pay off their debts, but they're happening every weekend. So money management, okay? You manage your cash flow so that your business outflow is not more than the inflow, okay?